Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and I've gotten a couple of requests to talk about the new sensation, Pokemon Go. So, guys, let's talk about Pokemon Go. It's been a while since we talked about this. I did a rant on Pokemon like a joke vid a couple of years ago, talking about Pokemon, and Pokemon was pretty instrumental to me. In 1998, I purchased the red version of Pokemon, and I've fallen in love with it ever since. Now, the cartoon was pretty repetitive, but I watched it for a while. The anime, excuse me. Um, I also saw I also did a review of it, the Pokemon Origins, I think it was called, which was like a four-part little mini movie that they did, which was pretty fucking awesome, by the way. And that was a great anime. But now they've got Pokemon Go now available for your phone and the app, whatever you're playing it on. I guess you could play it on your tablet. Um, so this is the first time that Pokemon has been like this easily available. You don't even need to buy anything. You need to just own a smartphone or a device capable of downloading the app to be able to play it. This game uses GPS technology. It lets Google, have access to your phone and steal all your personal information. I'm half kidding, anyway. But what do I think about Pokemon Go? At first, the hype around the game was annoying to me. Everybody posting pictures on social media, constantly talking about Pokemon Go, constant jokes and memes about Pokemon Go. I was like about to lose my fucking mind. I kind of just wanted to go on a random person's video or page and just say stop talking about this shit. I like Pokemon, but they were getting like obsessive and just stupid. I've got like a story I gotta tell. I've gone out Pokemon hunting. Yes, I finally caved in after people telling me to get the game, and I played it. I've enjoyed it. Like right now, I'm level 9, going on level 10, but like there's like no Pokemon in my area. I've walked around a bit. I haven't. All you find is fucking Pidgeys, Sparrows, and Doduos. Um, it sounds like dildo. Anyway, so you gotta go to certain like major parts, and you'll know where these parts are because everybody else is gonna be there. So you go. So I went in Manhattan near the Plaza, and near the Plaza Hotel, and holy fucking shit, that like there's people everywhere. People running in front of cars to catch. There was a Kadabra in the area, and there was madness. I posted the video for anybody who's a friend of mine on social media. You could see it, a little brief video, and I was like completely floored. You've seen it in videos, but when you're actually standing there seeing it take place, that's a totally different story altogether. Totally different story, and I was like completely shocked. This thing is a phenomenon. These Pokemon appear at random, and sometimes like it's a little bit annoying. You walk, and it just doesn't come. And here's the problem with this game. So they recently did a new update. They moved around the transfer button, which is like, the way how they do this game is very different than how we're used to playing on like Game Boy or DS. Um, to catch Pokemon, you don't battle with them now. You kind of just keep throwing balls at them, which is like kind of sacrilegious to the whole aspect of Pokemon. I mean, you're just standing there throwing countless balls, and like I've thrown like fucking 10 balls at a goddamn Zubat, to be quite honest. In this game, it is full of glitches, even though it is entertaining, addictive, and it's one of those games where, once you start playing and you experience it, doesn't look like much, but when you get into it, you want to keep playing it. But this game sometimes is such a major turnoff with all the fucking glitches and bad programming. I mean, if you've got a game this big, at least, spend the money to get a fucking decent server going. They've already gotten millions of dollars from in-game transactions and shit. You would think that maybe they'd get a decent server that wasn't so susceptible to so many problems. This game was like hacked within the first week, just showing that this game was coded by a bunch of fucking chimpanzees. Then, like, I'm telling you, this game, like, you could be in a wide open area, populated, where you get a great, like, I've had 4G on my phone, and it still says no GPS found, no internet connection. And there's been times where I've like caught a Pokemon, and then that shit says no internet connection, and then the game just freezes, and you're left there awkwardly staring at your phone like a goddamn goof. You're like in Times Square, you don't know where you are. You're surrounded by cars, horns are blaring, and you're trying to get that fucking Pidgey, but you can't because the screen's locked up, and you restart the game, and then all of a sudden, the Poke Centers disappear. Poke Centers, you gotta go to famous, some landmarks in your area. Sometimes it's churches, sometimes it's banks. It could be different things. It could be statues, monuments, things like that, landmarks, and you spin them around. You get Pokeballs, potions. Sometimes I think incense is available. And so anyway, it's like sometimes they just disappear, and you'll reload the game. I restart my phone and they still don't appear. And I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with this damn game? I mean, like, who the hell programmed it? So many problems with this game. And it's like, oh, Brad, but it's a good game. Who cares? It's like half the time you spend fucking around with the game trying to get it to work. I've never done this. This is like, imagine you're playing like Sonic the Hedgehog, and all you want to do is get through the Green Hill Zone. But in order to do that, you have to keep resetting the game because it keeps fucking up. I mean, it's acceptable because it's a cell phone game. Hey, Brad, it's free, yeah, but people have been spending millions of dollars on it. So maybe these problems could be easily fixed. How come you have all these other games that, like, massively multiplayer games, World of Warcraft, that like never fuck up or rarely fuck up, but all of a sudden they can't do it with Pokemon Go? You know, it's not even funny anymore. I mean, the game messes up, and then when it starts working, it then stops working almost immediately after that. So it's like you're lucky if you catch a couple of Pokemon. Sometimes, and then you're pressing on the Pokemon, so you're like fucking jamming your index finger on your phone screen like a damn lunatic trying to, tap something to get it to work, and it doesn't work because the screen's not responding. But it's not your screen, it's the damn game. And I am sick of it being the damn game. I wish it was my phone, because then that would mean that the game wasn't so fucking broken all the time. Fix the damn game. I mean, come on already. It's like how it's been out for a month and you still can't get this thing to work properly. It's like they call it Pokemon Go, but it ain't going anywhere. It stops. It should be called Pokemon Freeze or Pokemon Glitch or Pokemon going fucking nowhere, because that's what I feel like at the time. And sometimes your character just keeps walking like this in the middle of the street, and I'm like, I look at myself, I'm like, I'm not walking like that, unless I'm in an altered state of mind. I'm not walking back and forth like the character on the screen. I'm walking straight. It's showing me in the air. It's showing me upside down. I'm like, that's not right. It's not an accurate representation of what I'm doing. I've never seen this before. It's fucking madness. Such a popular game full of so many glitches. Like I said, it's a good game, but for God's sakes, these glitches are fucking maddening. They make the game. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. the game is unplayable at times because sometimes it just doesn't respond. I can't even get in the menus. I can't even view Pokemon while I'm waiting for the game to stop fucking up. Sometimes I just want to like transfer some things or look what I've got or or try something. But like how many times I have to keep closing the game out, restarting my phone, restarting the GPS, and a lot of times it doesn't even work. And then all of a sudden your character like sprints forward and all of a sudden everything reappears again. But you just fall into limbo at total random with like no Poke Centers, no Pokemon popping up. And it's like, how has this not been addressed yet? And I know a lot of people must be going through this because, you know, I was there like talking about it with some coworkers, and they've been experiencing the same thing with their game. So it ain't just me. So you can't say, "Oh, Brad, well, it's just you," because it's not me. It's everybody. It's the damn game. Fix your damn game already. I want to play it. It's fun, but it's so hard to do that when it doesn't even fucking work.